I'm a traditional woman, a long time now. I had some really good elders in my life who showed me what a woman's traditional role is. And one of the most important is, as a life giver, is my responsibility to the water and the land and the youth, the young ones. So I've been an environmentalist activist for about 38 years now. And this is one of the files I've been carrying. Oil and gas industry. It's not just shale gas. What we're seeing here is a reflection of the damage that the oil and gas industry has been doing and continues to do, and has been, holding us hostage to it. I know we're all addicted to oil and gas, and we have to stop. For me, this is a step. We can stop shale gas, and while we're here, being, I think, pretty effective at getting people educated about the damage that happens to the waters, the air, the lands, because of this industry. What I'm looking forward now is, after we've won this battle, because I've no doubt we're going to win this battle, next what happens? What are the solutions? I know that we have everything we need to have clean energy. We don't need oil and gas, we don't need nuclear, we don't need coal, we don't need any of those things. There are places now that have gone off grid, and economically they're doing a whole lot better. I think the shale gas industry is economically insane, environmentally insane. It places humans and ecosystems at extreme risk. And that's what's beautiful about what's here now. It's my neighborhood. For the first time in my life, I actually get to fight a battle on home ground. And so I'm at extreme risk, and it's a different place to be, instead of working with communities to help to save their ecosystem. So this time, I'm fighting for my grandkids. I'm fighting for the things that I want to, that I've built for them, so that when I'm gone, they have a good and clean place where they can grow food, where they can get clean air, where they have a place that's in nature. New Brunswick's magnificent. It's one of the cleanest places on earth. That's one of the reasons, I moved here with my family. I want to keep it that way.
Yeah, and like you say, this is happening down the road from you. What are your fears, I guess? You said you had dreams about this.
I had a dream. It woke me up, I got 3 weeks ago, and the dream said, get your skirt and your drum and go and dance and sing and chant beside those thumper trucks. I called my elder, my spirit mom, and I said I had this dream that I have to go and do that. He said, go and do it then. I called another elder, Mi'kmaq elder, and he said, go and do it. And this time, put an eagle feather in your hair. I called my spirit sister, older than me, also an elder. She said, yeah, go there, go do it. So on Monday, June 3rd, my son's birthday, Lorraine, Claire, and I went down to Moncton to a place where thumper trucks were parked. And we had morning ceremony, and we held ceremony for the entire day. We didn't leave till about 7:30 at night. All the time watching what they were doing, taking trucks full of that equipment, geoforms, the stuff that's used with the thumpers, truckload after truckload after truckload of that stuff. And also truckload after truckload of things they were digging from the quarry. I became so aware that day, like more than I knew these things, but sitting there watching them simply taking and digging and raping and digging and raping and digging and raping Mother Earth. For what? Money. Were they concerned about the geological damage they were doing? Were they concerned about the actual structure of the earth? I wondered, with all those truckloads, and they do it every day, are they concerned that they're going to cause an earthquake? They're going to damage the groundwater? They were just going and going and going. And I thought that day, they're not going going to be satisfied until there's nothing left. Until there's nothing left at all. I watched the thumper trucks, and RCMP showed up. There was 2 women with a blanket, with their drums and their prayers and their medicines. They kept asking, well, who's coming? Who's coming? I said, we're here to pray. I told them, I'm really afraid of those things there, what they're going to do. They're coming towards my home. What are they going to do? I heard in other places that the houses fall in the ground and the wells go dry and they have to truck their water in. My place has clean water. The land is clean and I'm not afraid to eat the vegetables that I grow. And if they come, that's all going to be gone. We sent about 15 RCMP cars that day to watch over these 2 women, and a few friends showed up. John, warrior chief, showed up with another guy, and they watched over us. They didn't trouble us. They let us do what we needed to do. And that felt good. It felt good to have that care. John had said it's our responsibility to protect these women. So I felt very protected. Other women came, they brought their drums, a few, not too many that day. We were really quite quiet. Anyway, I'm also working with locals. River Environment Watch, Our Environment, Our Choice, a great big shale gas alliance, all in New Brunswick groups. I got home that day. I'd forgotten there was a meeting at my house. There were 11 people, gave us a round of applause for being there and just doing that day. The next day, I saw pictures of a man of a Catholic faith kneeling with his cross in front of the thumper trucks, praying to God for the guidance to get that help from him. And then the next day, there was a planned demonstration at the thumper trucks. So we were all carpooling. A young man drove me down, and on the way down the road, I saw the thumper trucks, exactly what I saw in my dream. I said, stop the car. I got to get out. And what I did was live that dream. I took my drum. Of course, I had a skirt on, and I went and I started to pray and chant and sing and pray all along those 4 trucks until I got to the front. And I turned around, looked at them all, and I kept praying and praying and praying. It felt right. Somewhere in this, a policeman came and he said, ma'am, you're going to have to move. I said, no. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be praying. I talked to my elders. I had a dream, and I'm living that dream now. I said, well, ma'am, you've got to be 50 feet away. No, I have to be here. This is what my dream said. Well, if you're not 50 feet away, we're going to have to arrest you. Well, okay, I'll just go 50 feet away then, and I did. And I started to pray and kept praying and chanting, drumming. I stopped a moment to make an offering to the Spirit to do a 4 directions prayer. This policeman comes back again, and he interrupted my prayer. I had to move again. I said, look, I'm in the middle of a prayer. Just a second. Let me finish my prayer and then I'll talk to you. I'm going to have to go. And he bothered me again. I said, look, I'm at the western door. He didn't know, obviously had no sense of Native spirituality. Even though they have a Native spirituality guide for the RCMP. They had no sense of it. Anyway, somehow I got through that prayer. And then a magical thing happened. I heard drums in the distance, and a whole bunch of people came with flags and drums, and they came and surrounded those thumper trucks. I felt good. They left me alone. I started to deal with the crowd. So during the time, I guess the news has been out that they actually violated a couple of women involved in their prayers and their chants. Again, worse than me. One they physically assaulted. She's her arms damaged. Another one they pulled right out of a prayer circle. I felt violated again because they were doing that to those women, just the same as me. Anyway, we've had many having meetings with all the members of all the communities, the Acadian, the English, the First Peoples, all gathering and meeting. What can we do? What can we do? So we're here today. Today we have a ceremony, sacred ceremony, 4 days of sacred fire. The big drum is here, and we're still praying, and we're still here. And something's changed. Something's changed. Christian peacemakers came. I called them in. They came. Other allies, they came, and people are still coming. For me, I have a sense, I don't know if I'm correct, but I have a sense that prophecy is being fulfilled, and this is a stand for Mother Earth. It's happening here in the East with the Wabanaki nations, the Eastern nations and their allies. It feels like we're going to do it. We're taking a stand, and that money will not be the determining factor in this battle. It will be the protection of the lands and waters. And I'm just grateful to be here and have strength to be with people who want to do the same thing.
Well, it feels very powerful. And yeah, thank you so much for what you're doing and sharing that with us. It is amazing that this is happening here and you're here. I guess I hope there can be a good result. I guess.
Are you going to pray?
Sure.
All right.
Thanks, Willi.